Hello, Chair. I'm John Komeiji, along with Noi Wong Wilson, who have both been appointed as interim authority members in September. So I wanted to kind of give you a status of where we are and also explain our request for $14 million. As of today, we've had 2 meetings of the authority. We've established a permitted interaction group to be able to bring some structure or some recommendations about structure of the organization. For example, do we have other officers? Do we have subcommittees? Do we have committees? What kinds of rules and regulations do we need to establish for the authority? We are in the process, with the assistance of the DLNR administrative folks, to hire an executive assistant. That was authorized per the legislation last year. We're hopeful to get that person on board by February, the end of February. The legislature last year gave us $14 million to spend. Governor Ige authorized us, of that $14 million, $200,000 to hire the executive assistant, as well as to reimburse board members for the incidental travel, et cetera. We've probably spent less than $1,000 so far because we haven't hired anybody. And we're trying to figure our way through the how we reimburse people, et cetera. For this upcoming biennial budget, we submitted and requested the DLNR put in $14 million annually to cover again the expenses. But I have to really reiterate that we are not asking for an increased amount. We are just carrying over what we believe the current expenses are to protect the Mauna and conserve the Mauna. So it's, to allay any thought that somehow we're increasing the budget, increasing headcount, et cetera, that would not be correct. The one big caveat about our budget is that under the legislation, we have 5 years in which to transfer the duties from UH and DLNR to the authority. We are in such a formative stage right now, we don't know whether we can, so we're given 5 years. We don't know if we can do it in the fiscal year 23-24, for example. But we're still putting in the request for the $14 million in the event that we come to the point where we are we've come to a point where we think that we can make that transfer. So anyway, that's sort of where we are. We are all currently interim board members. We're all appointed in September of last year. We're unsure as to the confirmation process when that might occur. Because we have been, we are interim members, we have been informed that we can work on formation of the entity, what we're doing now, the organizational formation, but that we probably cannot, until July 1st, make any type of substantive decisions. It would be unlikely that we would make any substantive decisions anyway, just because we're such a brand new entity. But nonetheless, we are still limited in terms of the scope of what we're authorized to do.
One thing I want to add that maybe John forgot, one of the big things that we've come across already is the difference between funding our CUH employees, which the majority of employees at the university are that manage Mauna Kea in all the different areas, and the fact that those are special funds, which we understand G funds will have a difficult time paying for those. So we're in the process of taking a look at that and seeing what kind of solutions we can come up or with suggestions we can come up with, and hope to come back to you in a short time, within the next month or so, with some thoughts about how we might better achieve the goals for the authority. So mahalo.
Okay,
Thank you
very much.